Hi everyone, uh, welcome to this video series. So now I am going to show you that second part by using the VBA. Now you can see that when I click this, it's saying that all checkboxes is deleted from sheet 1 and then it's re-add that sheet. Okay, so let me show you that. So now you can see that this is the add checkboxes module. So this has the code for adding these checkboxes. The first one is for adding the checkbox, and the second one is add checkbox by this name. Okay, so basically what I did that when we are going to add these checkboxes, if we don't check the name of that checkboxes, maybe we are going to adding checkboxes multiple times for that particular cell. So we are going to add this checkboxes again and again. Okay, we don't need to do that. So we can just keep if already there is a checkboxes. Okay, so that is the has checkbox by this name function. Okay, so basically this is the main stuff for adding the checkboxes. So the first one, it's take the range as a parameter. Okay, so basically I provided this b2 to b13 to add checkboxes in this particular cell. So that is the given range, and current cell, this is its range, and for running the loop and checkboxes as checkboxes, this is variable. So with range, and then for each current cell in dot cell, so with range, so that means range dot cell, so it will go so b2 to b13. So for the first time, current cell will be pointing to b2, then b3, b4, and so on. And then we're checking that head checkbox by this name. Okay, so basically I did these things that name equals to checkboxes and current cell address. So I linked the cell address in their name, so I can remove this if I want. I will show that in maybe third video of this series. So now you can see that all the checkboxes name is checkboxes b13, so it's linked to that particular cell, 12, and so on. Okay, so you can show this around, hide this. So that's why I did that. I'm finding that if this checkboxes is already there, I don't need to re-add them. Okay, so have checkbox by this name, and the passing parameter is the seat name, so range dot parent, and then checkboxes name, so checkbox and current cell address concatenated name. Okay, so maybe for the first time checkboxes and b2, so and it will go to this function and it's saying that had checkbox by this name. It take two parameter worksheet and checkboxes name, returns boolean if this if any checkboxes has this name. Okay, so now what I did, one error go to error handler, so I am using some error handling code, and then you can get rid of this. You can use one error resume next, and the first parameter is checkboxes, and set checkboxes equals to worksheet dot checkbox dot checkbox name. So I'm just setting this checkboxes by checkbox name. So if the checkbox is already there in this particular set, then it will point to that particular checkbox. If by this name no checkbox is present in this worksheet, then checkbox will pointing to nothing. Okay, so that's why I said that you can use on error resume next, and you can just check this. If checkbox is nothing, then you need to return false, and if it's pointing to something, then it's true. But maybe it will not be a better option because we cannot have the error handling or error message. Okay, if it other error or any other error that is not the cost of this. Okay, so that's why I'm using that checkboxes and error handling part. Okay, so after setting these checkboxes, I'm assuming that initially that maybe this checkbox is present. In the error handler part, I will say that if the checkbox is present or not. Okay, so that's it. Checkboxes by this name and error number. So let me explain it by using something like control. So let me delete this checkboxes. Sorry, delete this. Okay, so now if you go to this selection pane, then you cannot find the B2. Okay, so that's good. 3D model is this one. Okay, let me run this code. So calling shove using this sub. Okay, so we're removing the checkboxes. So let me keep it. So if I run this code, so the beginning current cell is pointing to B2. Okay, and then it's checking that if that cell sorry, if there is any checkbox by this name. Okay, so okay, now you can see this on error handler. So let me just get rid of this error handler part. Now you can see that the item with this specified name wasn't found, so runtime error on 004. So that's why I'm using this error handler part, and that's why I said that if you want to use on error resume next, then you can do this, and then checkboxes will pointing to nothing. Okay, so in this case I'm using the error handler part. So let me call it again. Okay, so checkbox, so it's pointing to nothing, and as this is an error, so it will go to this error handler part. So it's checking that if error number is on 004 and checkbox is nothing, so that means we couldn't find the checkboxes. So we just need to get rid of this function and return false. So it's going back to this place. So this checkboxes is not present, so then we need to add these checkboxes. Okay, so we are adding these checkboxes, and we're saying this parent, that means range dot parent, that means the what's it. Okay, and then checkboxes, and then add the first one is left, where the checkboxes will be added. So left current cell dot left plus current cell dot width divided by 2.5. So actually I did this by doing some tests that it will look like that it's in the center position. So it's almost, in case of 2.5, it's positioned to the center. And current cell the top, so it will link to the top cell, sorry, top of that particular cell. And then the next parameter is current width. So as our starting point is maybe divided by 2.5, so I am using just current cell width divided by 2, and current cell height equals to current checkboxes height. Okay, and with this checkboxes, now I'm naming these checkboxes that its name will be like checkbox name and current cell address. So now if you can see this, that checkboxes 2 is added. Okay, and you can see this, that checkbox or something is written in this place. So now we can see that we can use this caption equals to 0, or we can use the character option. So caption, when we use the caption, so caption will be removed, or we can use this, that caption equals to 0. And then here we have some comment out code that dot value equals to excel of, dot value equals to excel 1. So basically the initial value, if you want, normally the by default value is excel off. Okay, but if you want to mark them as excel 1, then you can do this, like opening this. In the next step it will do this, and on of my code I did this, that it's based on the next available cell value. So if it's true, then it will make that as a checked. If it's false, then it will make that as a unchecked. Okay, and then you can see this linked cell. So now we need to link that particular cell. So let me show you that it doesn't linked till now. So if I run this code, okay, so if I run this code now, linked cell, so now I can show you that it's linked up. Okay, so in this part we are linking them dynamically, okay, instead of manual. And then we are setting this current cell dot interior dot theme color, so excel theme color dark one. So this is the uh, this one, the same color, and the dark one, sorry, white background or Excel theme dark one, and then font color, then this. Okay, so it will gray out that particular cell, so you cannot see the value in display, but it's still there has the value. And again, so now it's again checked if it has the check boxes and it's written true, because we have the check boxes. Now it will not go in this place any more times. Okay, so let me get rid of this code, sorry, this breakpoint. Now you can see that check boxes is added to that particular range. So that's it. So by this you need to test it like dot value equals text alone. So let me run this code again. So calling shop, run this code again. Checkboxes is added to range. Now you can see that, sorry, oh sorry, it doesn't go to that particular cell because the checkboxes is already present. So let me delete one, then run this code again. Okay, and now we can see that this is checked because the value is excel1, and if you use that value equals to excel off, then it will be unchecked and excel and so on. So that's it, and at the end I'm just showing a message that checkbox is already added to this particular places.